What's up everyone, Coach K here from Hangtimebasketball, and today we're going to talk about the 5 basic ball handling skills that every basketball player should master. So the first skill we're going to talk about is the crossover. Now I know that most of you already do know what the crossover is, but I just wanted to give you a couple of key tips to take with you. The first thing why a lot of players do the crossover and it just doesn't work in the game is because they don't cover distance. What I mean by this is that when you come in and you want to crossover, so let's say I'm going to cross over to the right, I have the ball, and I cross over, what they do is that they keep the ball close and they don't step into it. If you don't step into it, you don't cover distance, you're going to give a chance to your defender to come back and back up and just stay with it. So what you want to do is, again, you're going to cross over, but with that cross, you're going to step with the opposite foot, the foot where the ball was originally placed, and you're going to step with it, creating this distance and protecting the ball from your defender. So when after the crossover, after I cross, the ball is here, it's protected. And then off of there, I can explode through the basket. Make sure that this first step is wide, it's big, and it's strong, because your defender might, hit right into it. You want to make sure that it doesn't take you off balance. So one more time, when we're crossing over, balls with the left, setting up, I go boom, boom. Big step, make sure you cover ground. Now, another 2 things that you should keep in mind is make sure that your crossover is low. Don't just cross it over up here, they're gonna steal it, obviously. So you wanna stay low on your crossover and don't make it too obvious. Don't look like you're thinking about the crossover. So what I mean by this is when you're gonna set up the crossover, let's say, look at your teammates, set them up. Or if you're playing a one-on-one, look at the basket. Look like you wanna shoot it, and then all of a sudden, hit him with that crossover and explode to the basket. Alright, so the second move we're going to go through is kind of a counter to the crossover, but it's called the in and out. Now what you do on the in and out is basically you look like you're going to cross over, but keep the ball in the same hand and go back in the same direction. So just a quick simulation. I'm coming up, bam! Now, when you come up into the in and out, down here, what you want to do is, let's say I'm dribbling with my right now, so I step in with the opposite foot towards the basket, right? So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna go bam with the inside foot, the foot that's closer to the basket, and then off of there, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna keep on going. Now when you step in with this foot, you wanna go halfway through your body. You wanna bring the ball halfway through your body, right around here, but then you're not gonna drop it. You're gonna bring it back and then keep on going. Key tip I can give you on this is make sure that you sell it with your eyes and with your shoulders. So when I come in here and I step with this foot, I wanna sell it with my shoulders, like I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna look in that direction, but then I'm gonna come back this way. So one more time, it's gonna be boom and finish. We're going to go through is the between the legs. Most of the players go through the between the legs, but the ball gets stolen, and they're wondering why. The main reason behind that is that they step into their between the legs. So what I mean by this is they come in, their defender is right in front of them, and they just go just like this. They expose the ball right in front of the defender, and he's just going to steal it. So one key tip that you want to make sure you follow is don't step into it. For most of the time, you're gonna get the ball stolen. What you wanna do is keep your feet aligned in one place and then go through the legs. Now you might have a slight tilt on it, so let's say I'm coming up, I will go bam. It's a slight tilt, but they're still aligned. You don't wanna go all the way in here and then go through the legs. Okay, so key tip that you should know right here is that you wanna read and react. So after I go through my legs, boom, I have it here. What I like to do is float the ball for a split second and look at what my defender, how my defender reacts. So if I go through the legs and he reacts and tries to reach to the ball, I'm gonna hit him with my counter. Either it's behind the back and I'm gonna go the other way, or it could be reverse between the legs, whatever it is. But if he doesn't reach, if you kind of freeze your defender with it, then he can use it to explode to the basket. So I'll go boom, and then step in with the opposite foot and go to the ring. When it comes to fourth move, we're talking about the behind the back. Now on the behind the back, you have two variations. You have the behind the back wrap, which is something more like this, and you have what most people call the stationary behind the back, where you're just dribbling and then you stop with it and go behind the back. Now, when it comes to behind the back wrap, there are a couple of things most coaches don't go through, but it really helps me out and it works. So I would like to share that with you. First thing you want to do is, let's say the ball is with my right hand, and I'm going to bring it to the left. I'm gonna go to the right, and then when it comes down here and I'm gonna push it, I like to kind of jump a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of jump when I'm doing the behind the back. It just makes it more fluid. And then when it comes to the stationary behind the back, it's pretty simple. You're just doing just like a regular crossover, but just behind your back. Again, on the behind the back, the stationary behind the back, you want to read and react just like between the legs. So after I hit him with my behind the back, if he bites, I'm gonna hit him with a counter. If he doesn't bite, I'm gonna beat him with it to the basket. Alright, so the next move, last move, spin move. When we're talking about the spin move, we have a couple of tips that you need to keep in mind. The first one is step with your opposite foot. So if I have the ball with my right hand, I want to make sure that I'm driving, and then boom, I step in with the opposite foot, and then off of there I drop my last dribble, and I bring my outside foot inside, I drop the ball, and I change hands, bring that other foot back in, and continue to the basket. Mistakes that players do is that they don't change their hand, and I've seen that a lot with the young players. So they would come in here, they'll just do the spin move and keep it with the same hand. Most of the time, the ref is going to call that as a carry. So what you want to make sure is, after you spin halfway, you change hands. And make sure when you're spinning, you don't bring your hand under the ball, because that's going to be called for a carry as well. Alright, so I thought I would walk you through a couple of drills when it comes to those 5 basic moves. So the first drill that we're going to go through on these 4 cones, you can use pretty much anything. I'm using 4 cones. You can use water bottles, shirts, whatever they are. Just anything to stimulate the defense on the floor. So we're going to go through this drill once between the legs. I'll show you a quick example. So boom, 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 boom. Notice how I'm floating the ball for a split second. So now for the crossover and the in and out. When it comes to those, you have this set up. Let's go through the in and out real quick. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go in and out on each cone. So I have the ball with my right hand. I'm going to step into it, step into it, step into it, step into it, keep on going. If you have more cones, keep on going. When it comes down to the crossover, pretty much almost the same thing, but I'm going to cross. So I'm going to cross, and I'm going to go to the next cone. Make it a little bit faster. It's going to look something like this. Boom, boom, boom. Now once you master those, you can go through a couple of more advanced drills that will step it up to the next level and make your handle faster. One of the things that I like to do is put in 4 of those. The in and out, crossover, between the legs, and the behind the back, all together in one drill. We're going to execute each one of them. We're going to pound the ball once between each of these moves. So just a quick demonstration. I'm gonna be down here, I'm gonna go in and out, pound, crossover, pound, between the legs, pound, behind the back, pound. Notice the ball is on the opposite side. I keep on going. You can time yourself, let's say 30 seconds, and count how many reps you can do in that time. Last drill, guys. This one's also a pretty good combination that you can throw in. So it's basically crossover between the legs, spin. So I have this four cone setup once again. I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna go cross between, and then spin out of it. Alright, thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps you out. Make sure that you like this video if it helped you out. Share it with your friends, people who could, benefit out of it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I have maybe at least 2 videos every single week. So stay tuned for that. And until then, I'm out.